Okay, I feel a little bit like Mr. Rogers. It's cold and rainy outside. And today we're going to work on our mnemonic sentences for remembering what the elements and principles are of art. Let me grab my sketchbook. Okay, I have my sketchbook and I'm ready to show you how to make mnemonic sentences to help you remember the elements and principles of art really easy. So come along and let's get started. Grab your sketchbook and a pencil and let's go. Okay, so a mnemonic sentence is something that helps us to remember or memorize something in an easy way. So with the elements of art, you can come up with your own mnemonic sentence, but the one that I teach that helps people to remember what all of the elements of art are the sentence, "Little village contains 5 small trees." So what you can do is to write that across the top of your sketchbook or on a piece of paper if you'd like, so that you have that sentence is visible to you. Little village contains 5 small trees. Okay. Little village contains 5 small trees. The reason that you're doing that is because each one of those words corresponds with one of the elements of art. So then if you take your pencil and you write vertically downward from each one of those what the elements are. So from little, I'm going to write line straight down. From village, I'm going to write value. From contains, I'm going to write color. From 5, I'm going to write form. From small, I'll write space. And from trees, I'll write texture. There we go. So now we have little village contains 5 small trees, and the sentences going across your page, and then the elements are going downward from those words. So you know by memorizing little village contains 5 small trees that you will have your sentence and your elements easy to memorize. Now the best way to make this stay planted in your head is for you to do a drawing in your sketchbook of what you think a little village that contains 5 small trees looks like to you. Okay, so give it a try and let's see what you come up with. Okay, so let's do a mnemonic sentence for the principles of art too. Those are a little bit tougher usually for people to remember, so it's a good idea to come up with a sentence that works best for you. Here's the one that I use for teaching. The sentence I like to use is big, I can write this backwards, big elephants run off to Vegas. You can choose whatever sentence that you like to memorize the principles of art. This is the one that I think works best for just about everybody. Okay, so big elephants run off to Vegas. The word that goes downward from big is balance. That's our first principle. And downward from elephants is emphasis. PH. And this one, run, is rhythm. R-H-Y-T-H-M. And off would be opposition. And then 2 would be transition. And then the vagus would be variation. Now if you want to add unity in there or movement or one of the other principles that some people like to include, then just add a word to your sentence that fits for those principles as well. I think unity happens when you have all of the pieces of your image all working together in your composition anyway. So the principle of unity is sort of what happens if you're using the other principles to make it happen. So that's why I don't include it in one of these, but some teachers do, so it's important that you know that. Okay, so now try out drawing a picture of your sentence, big elephants run off to Vegas, below in your sketchbook and see what kind of image you come up with. Or do a mnemonic sentence that works for you and then draw it. Okay?